Hi everyone!
Hey everybody!
Ciao! So this week we've added an extra video on because Massi came up with a brilliant idea of asking some of our subscribers some questions that are related obviously to Sicily.
So we went and we got these subscribers, certain ones we sent messages to, and we asked them a few questions. 6 questions if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
We obviously did this to see what their reactions and the answers were, so we're going to compare their answers.
Yeah. So we started off with asking them who they were, so a little introduction of themselves and how they knew us.
Hello.
Hello there.
I'm Anna.
I'm Michael.
And we're from Casa Mia Salentina.
We are.
And how do we know Mia and Massi?
And do we know them? We did an interview with them.
We did, but we did the interview because we found them through YouTube, through their YouTube channel. We fell in love with it because it was Sicily. And
We did. We watched them religiously.
Yeah, my hometown. So we decided we wanted to continue following them. And that's how we know them, through the YouTube channel, through the Mia Sicilia.
Yep.
Hey from Sverige, ciao tutti, and hello from Sweden. This is
Carina
and Mia. And we are here on this channel, not for the first time, and we are grateful for that. We met Massi and Mia last November when we visited Sicily. We saw some of their videos on YouTube and got some inspiration for our visit. And when we were there, we had a chance, and we met a couple of times and had a wonderful time.
Hello, ciao, my name is Giuseppe or Pip or Pippo, and your name is?
My name's Elizabeth, and we're from the beautiful city of Melbourne, Australia. Obviously, quite curious to find out how we know Mia. It was very simple. I was surfing the YouTube a couple of years ago and looking for some videos on Sicily, and I found Mia and Massi's and liked it straight away and subscribed. And after a couple of videos, just to notice that, well, she must...
The landscaping looked more familiar.
Very familiar. And I wonder if she's from our part of Sicily, which is the province of Siracusa. And lo and behold, yes, she was. Anyway, then last year we went on a holiday to Italy, so I was debating, should I contact her, shouldn't I contact her for a cup of coffee. I was a bit too shy, but I plucked my courage and sent her an email, and she answered straight away. And yes, she was happy to meet up and have a coffee when we got there, and so we did. And we had a beautiful morning, remember?
Although it was 40 degrees that day.
It was
the day before we had to leave
to
come back to Melbourne. But it was okay. Enjoy, I don't remember, was it granita that we had?
Yes, we had granita and cappuccino, and so we had a wonderful chat, and she was very friendly. Maria, as you can see her on her videos, they're the same, very, very nice, very down to earth, very friendly, so we felt comfortable straight away, and then we kept in touch ever since.
Hi, I'm Carrie. This is my husband Shane. We are from the East Coast of the United States, Maryland, and we met Maria and Massi about a month ago on our most recent trip to Sicily.
Absolutely. We first were introduced to Maria and Massimo via their YouTube channel. Every Sunday, Carrie and I, my wife and I, do a Sicily Sunday day, and they're one of the staples of our YouTube channels that we watch every Sunday, so we can get more information and become more knowledgeable in all things Sicily.
Hi everyone, I'm Angela.
How you doing? And I'm Lillo.
We've been asked by Mia and Massi from Mia Sicilia to answer some questions. First of all, let's start off by explaining how we know Mia and Massi. So we have been following Mia and Massi's journey in their life in Sicily, and then we reached out via YouTube to meet up for coffee, and we met, didn't we? and we had a wonderful time.
Yeah, we did, and I think just that whole aspect of sitting at home on a sofa and just tuning in on YouTube to watch their channel and watching their videos.
And they're so hardworking and open, kind and generous people.
I just relate to Massi and in particular, you know, and that he manages to just sort things out.
Yeah, just get
on his
things
own
done.
And just gets it
They
done.
both do. They both get things done.
Hard working and the way Mia and they come together and how they complement each other's stuff and work, and it just relates to us.
Ciao, Mia and Massi.
Ciao.
It's Marisa
And David.
and David from Tales from Tuscany, and we're really happy to be here with you today. So we're sitting here in our home in Chiani in Provincia di Pisa, and we're going to answer some questions for you, I believe. Let's go.
Let's go.
Hi, I'm Rich, and I'm from New Jersey, USA. I have Italian Sicilian ancestry, mostly Sicilian and a little bit of German. And I am just overly fascinated and always have been about my Italian ancestry and culture. I've been traveling to Italy now for well over 20 years and Sicily, and I love it. I love everything about it. The culture, the food, the language, the history, the art history, the architecture, all the different pockets of these parts of the country that are just so different, and the influences that come in. And really the biggest thing for me is the connection back to my family roots, my ancestry, learning about where my family came from and how they lived, how they ate, how they worked, what they did. I've just been really, really fascinated with it. And matter of fact, a lot of things that I do in my own life is looking at how Italian food and culture, lifestyle actually directly impact people's everyday health, because there's a lot of things that are within the Italian culture that obviously are for longevity and health, and so I'm fascinated by all that. And how did I meet Mia and Massi? Well, it's funny. So I've been on the YouTube hunt, the rabbit hole, digging through videos for many, many years, learning about people that live there or move there. And how they're doing it and what they're doing to make that happen. And the dream is, my wife and I's dream is to figure out a way for us to either move to Italy full time or part time. Do we do that now with our children, or do we retire there? And I stumbled upon Mia and Massi's channel, and there's just something about them that connected with me. They're just very real, they're personable, they're raw, it's unfiltered, it's not canned and made for, just consumption. The things that they're doing in the videos, really, I was intrigued by, like where they live, what they're doing, how they live, the places that they're seeing, the things that they're sharing. And so, after I stumbled upon their channel, when I was actually visiting back when I was vacationing in Sicily last year, I said, hey, I'm going to reach out to them and just see if I can connect with them and learn more about them, learn more about their journey and their story and how they got there to Sicily and how they created a life there. Because I don't know, there was something about it that made me want to connect with them. And so that's how we met. If you want to follow me, I think I could share my handle. It's Richie Scaglione on Instagram, Scaglione. And that's kind of how I kind of ended up here on this video and meeting Mia and Massi. And I'm really excited for them to include me into this video. Thanks, guys.
Let's go. Question number 1. What is a certain sound, smell and taste that transports you back to Sicily or makes you think a lot of Sicily? And can you describe it, please?
All three.
Yeah.
The sound has to come first.
Ding ding. Church bells was for me, for sure.
Huge. We don't have church bells here in Australia, and we love them.
Yeah.
We love the church bells, and they're in all the small towns in Sicily. We just adore them. Smell, but I think for both of us, was it? No, maybe Michael wants food.
Food, coffee. But that's everywhere, really.
Mine's the sea. I just love the smell of the sea. I just love it. I love the smell of the sea.
Yeah.
And what was the other one? Taste. Oh, we can't do taste because everything there's.
Yeah.
Let's not go there.
Yeah.
Everything's going to be pistachio for me anyway.
Yeah.
And for you, Karina, is?
For me, it's the sea, the smell and the sound of the sea. I love it.
And for me, in the autumn, is the smell of grilled chestnuts.
A few years ago, I went to Godfather, your godfather actually, and he had this herb in the front garden, and he said to me, "What's this? Remember this herb?" I say, "No." Smell it. What do you think it is? And straight away I said, "This reminds me of Sicily." And I found out there was we call it nipeteda, or nepete, or nepetella in Italian. It's like a mix between basil, oregano, and mint.
Mint, yeah.
To me, it resembles the smell of Sicily.
Sicily and the Mediterranean in general, but it's distinctive. You can't miss it. Mine is actually La Zagara, which is a beautiful perfume permeated from the blossoms of orange and lemons and mandarins, and especially on a warm evening and driving past, and when these trees are blossoming, you can smell this beautiful divine scent, and so it's something that you can't really forget. So those are my two. These are our two smells that we love, and yes, as soon as we smell them, it takes us back home.
Definitely any type of lemon. Smell, taste, the visual, anything lemon.
That's two, yes. My
Absolutely, lemons. And accordions. As far as the sound, accordion is definitely as Sicilian as they come.
I love how, speaking of lemons and smells, I love how herbs like basil and such are more prevalent in Sicily. Everywhere you walk around, lavender.
Absolutely.
So much more of
fresh basil.
The fresh smells of all the herbs.
Okay, I'll start with this one. For me, it's peppers.
Peppers?
Baby.
The baby.
So, roasting, the whole tradition of roasting of the peppers, and being together with family, big family, dining is a rich and vibrant tradition. Just the smell, the taste, it reminds me of my grandma, my mum. She cooks them the same as my grandma, and I feel like food is a medium in which love and connection is expressed. That's mine. And what about you?
I'm going to do outside the box a little bit. For me, it's getting to Sicily and it's smelling of petrol, of these old cars. I'm a real car enthusiast and I really love classic cars, and it's been part of my life growing up. And when I come to Sicily, it's just, the cars are just really, really old. And some of these cars are just that old, you know, it's just the smell of the old petrol in these old engines, the old-fashioned engines.
Yes.
They're just well preserved, and it's just the thing that just comes to my mind every time. And every time I'm in Sicily, I have this urge. I have to I'd love to buy a little classic car again, and then have a little run around, you know, in the town. But reality is, it won't happen. But it's just one of those things that just takes me back into great memories of when I was younger and with my dad and my uncles and back over there in Sicily. So yeah, that's for me. It's a bit different, but it works for me.
Well, if I think back and about a smell or a sight or something like that, the thing that jumps into my mind, and I'm telling you this because poor David, he's a Sicily virgin. We're going to go there for the first time tomorrow together.
I'm going to smell and see these sights for the first time.
So I will share this with him. But the thing that jumps into my mind primarily is pane canzato. I think it's canzato. Now, I had this in Scopello, and there's a famous little bakery in Scopello. And it was the most beautiful smell and experience. It was this tiny little bakery down a little tiny side street in this little village of Scopello, overlooking the beautiful sea. And the people make the fresh bread there, then they cut it open, and then they stuff the little like panino type thing, which is a special bread there, with peppers and acciughe and anchovies, sorry, and different meats, sort of cured meat, and a fresh tomato, and all these other amazing things. Anyway, it's a very, very famous sandwich. A formaggio, yeah, there is a local cheese in there as well. It has the most amazing things, hot peppers in it. So that to me was like the best smell and sight, and watching them make it and then eating it sitting outside under an olive tree.
All the senses were going.
They were. It was bliss. So I'm hoping David gets to experience that.
Awesome.
The smell of street food, like arancini, pizza, scacciata, things like that. The smells of like sugo di pomodoro. These are things that really bring me back to Sicily, as well as the sound of church bells when they go off, which is such a traditional thing, a normal thing you hear in Italy. But the bells, I would say that are the two things that kind of really remind me of or transport me back to Sicily.
Okay, question number 2. If you had to describe Sicily in 3 words, what would they be?
For me, Sicily is, for me it's personal. For me it's home.
Yeah.
For me it's just, I feel like I'm going back home. The life there, the slow living there, you know, they use the word slow living. I don't know what we used to call it 30, 40 years ago, but it's just real.
Yeah.
It's real. The people are real. It's authentic. They still live the same way how I was brought up as a child.
Yeah,
yes, so my mum died when I was 15. So when I go back to Sicily, first time I went to Sicily, I was 7 years old with my mum. And it just, whenever time I go back, I just feel like my mum, my dad, that we're all back there, back in the 70s. And it just, it feels exactly the same. Like nothing's changed. Like life's just, time stopped. It just feels, for me, it feels like home.
Yeah.
I love its rawness, how unspoilt it is.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be home, raw,
The
and
people
real.
there, yeah,
Real.
real brings in the people.
Real.
Exactly.
I can go back to my family there, and I know nothing's changed. It's exactly the same, and I love how time just stands still there. I just love, so real.
For me, it was food, of course, but everything relates about food for me.
Michael was food. So.
They have the best food, you know, in all of Italy.
Banan.
They do.
Banan. All right, we won't go into the food.
Yeah.
You first.
I would say the culture, and I will also say the relaxed atmosphere.
And I will use 2 words, the barren beauty.
The warmth, I should say the sky. The sky you can't really find anywhere else, Sicily. The warmth of the people and the sense of belonging that you get as soon as you step out the plane in Catania. You think, I'm home.
Yes, that's true. And you know, there's a saying, your home is where your heart is, and that's absolutely true. Although our houses are here in Australia or in the US or Canada or England, but our home is where we come from, where our roots are. And yes, we do feel at home when we step on the tarmac and say, we're here.
For me, it's definitely home. It's where my ancestors have come from. The history is amazing. There's always something new to learn about Sicily. And just the beauty of it all, whether you're looking at the history or the people or the architecture, the flowers, all of it, it's the whole package, the whole kit and caboodle. Those are my 3 words.
My 3 words. It definitely feels like home. Every time we go, the people, just the culture, just everything seems to embody all of our morals, values, what we envision with life.
It becomes more a part of us every time we go.
Absolutely, love it. So it definitely feels like home for me.
For me, it's a sense of tranquility and joy.
Yeah.
And animals.
Yeah.
Engaging with the animals, because they're so present in Sicilian way of life. Yes, horses, the sheep, the cows, the cats, the dogs, everything. And what else? Obviously the sea, the scent of the sea, the ocean breeze. and the sand in your toes. And food. Gosh, we can't.
Your list is getting longer and longer, aren't you?
Yeah, it's just so many ways to describe it. Food is up there, isn't it? Come on,
it's everything
we've
there, isn't
missed
it?
the food so much since we've been back.
So again,
that's me.
For me, it's going to be traditions. I just love the whole the towns that have traditions, whether it would be a religious one or whether it would be a celebration of some sort. It's just the traditions. Also, I think for me, it's all about
Sicilian summers.
Yeah,
where
values,
family bonds grow.
Family values, so traditions.
Family feasts.
Hey, it's my
friends
turn.
feast.
You've had your turn. Your list is going longer and longer and longer.
You take over, but I am in the mood to take over today.
Well, she's had about 6 or 7 now. The question was 3 things,
but
not 20.
Where love and laughter flow through friends and family.
Yeah. So I'll go back to
carry on now.
Values.
The feeling of Sicily in 3 words. That's a really hard one, Mia and Massi, but the thing that springs to mind is exuberant. I found everything so alive. Vibrant, same thing, and colourful. Exuberant, vibrant, and colourful. There you go.
That says it.
The 3 feelings for me, personally, would be warmth, fullness or richness because of the culture and the food, right? And then I would say relaxing because of all the beaches and the areas that you can go jump in the water. So those would be like the 3 feelings.
Question number 3. What is your favorite Italian hand gesture? For people that don't know, in Italy we talk with our hands. So what is your favorite or your most used Italian hand gesture?
We did this separately and we both did the same one.
We did. We do it daily. It's daily here in this household. It's daily. So it was quite laugh when as soon as you said the question, we both did the same hand gesture. We just we're still laughing.
I might not speak much Italian or understand it, but a few hand gestures goes a long way.
And for me, it is one of the most used gesture. Also in many movies, you can see the 3 fingers. And for you, Karina? Don't know, huh?
Don't know.
Now,
Perché?
Well, the typical that we are renowned for, it's just, it can mean anything. You go from, depends on the way you say it, the way you move it. You're angry or what you want, or
are you crazy?
Or that's the
or the other one when Mum used to get upset with you. That. Yeah. And another one I remember from when we used to play when we were little, and then we had fights with our mates, and we used to go crosce. That means
that's it. You're dead with me.
Not dead, but we're not in good terms. That's basically it. So there's more than one hand gesture. So there you go. Make of it as you wish.
Favorite Italian hand gesture. I read something recently like they have almost 250 plus hand gestures.
It's like their own little sign language.
Right.
It's awesome. So we have a deaf dog, and we do a lot of signs with her, so maybe we need to start incorporating some of these Italian gestures. That could be kind of fun.
The appropriate one.
So my favorite gesture, I believe, is going to be the yummy one, because I feel like, when your mouth is full, it's just more polite to use your hand than a gesture. But I feel like because when the food is good, it's more than just the taste. It's a feeling, it's a smell, it's the presentation, it's the company. So it's everything, and it brings the happy little grin to your face, and I get my food dance. And
for me, it's a hard one. I come from a military background where we were chastised, and it was almost bred completely out of us to use any hand gestures when we're talking. So really, all the Italian hand gestures fascinate me, and I try to learn more of what they all are and what they embody for the Italian culture. So I don't know that I have a specific one, I guess this it sounds kind of generic and maybe just a little too common, but I see that one often, and it always just kind of immediately transports me to Italy and Sicily.
Well, I used to get a lot of this when I was younger. But I don't know if it's my favourite. Probably this one.
That one?
Yes, that's for me.
Okay, what does it mean then?
What the hell? I'm not sure.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, we'll go with that. We won't say anything
politely,
else.
yes. That's mine.
All
Because
right,
I'd like to do that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Which
one's yours?
It's this one. This one. This one. Do you know why? It's because my uncle used to do it to me all the time when I was little. And he'll go, like that. And he'll go, whoa. And I knew it. I knew that as soon as that hand gesture came,
you were in for it.
I had to escape. I had to get away from it because I knew what was going to come. And yeah. And if this happened, it was the same hand gesture, but if he did this,
that was even worse.
Oh, we knew.
Get out of there.
Get out of there. You know, I'll be looking for me dad. I'll be like, Dad, help me, because I think I think it's gonna kick off in a minute. But yeah, that one has to be the one for me. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you know, growing up, when our parents used to do these hand gestures, it used to be a bit embarrassing, didn't it? Really, like if your friends were over and they start biting their hands, or you know. But I love it now.
The best one, right?
Hilarious.
The best one. We're talking about what I just said there, right? When my mates used to come over, and my mum used to go, "Sta attento, ti spacco la testa," like this, right? And my mates goes to go, "What did your mum say?" And I used to say, "Oh, my mum said if I'm not careful, she'll crack my head." And they used to go, "What? What do you mean?" And I'd be like,
"Severe."
But they'd be like, "Oh, that's crazy." I'm like, "Well, it's just the Italian way of doing things, you know. And it's just a figure of speech. You should never hit us." But
yeah, or I'll get your eyeballs, rip them out, and shove them down your throat. That was good.
Che cosa?
My favorite gesture, I would have to say the famous "oh."
Question number 4. If you had the choice of making your own arancino filling, other than the traditional one, what would it be?
Mine's got to be fungi.
And mine was chicken.
Mine's mushroom.
I'd probably go chicken over mushroom, but I do like mushroom too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Now to the arancino, filled with, for us, we came to one conclusion, and it should be 4 formaggi.
Maybe spinach and ricotta, or I don't know.
Not really. Look, you can't beat the traditional one. There's no if, buts, or maybe. And the traditional one, how we have it in Syracuse, is with mortadella, or with
the
egg and the peas and the ragu, and it's spectacular. But if I had to suggest something, there's a thing that we used to eat when we came home from school and lunch was not ready. We just had a piece of hard dried salsiccia. Salsiccia, we used to call it, and that was so yummy. Maybe pieces of that.
Arancino filling.
Ooh, that's a good one. Other than the most common fillings, for me, if I were making them at home, I think that I would probably do like a pear and brie type combination inside of it. That'd be really good, brie and pear.
I'm not a cook, so
broccoli and cheese would probably be. We're vegetarian. I'm vegetarian, so he's mostly vegetarian too. So broccoli, any of them really. I mean, yeah, the broccoli and cheese. I think that would be really good. I think that one with artichoke would be really good. Artichoke and butter.
Oh yes, that's our favorite snack.
Mincemeat and olives, black olives. The dry black olives, like, you know, they're calling it passaluna in where we're from, in Agrigento region, which is just a dry black olive with a bit of mincemeat, salt and pepper.
Yeah, simple.
Just really nice and simple, but yeah.
I think Sicilian cooking is all about simple cooking.
Yeah, definitely.
And for me, anything with aubergines, melanzane in it, love it.
You love
anything with melanzane, yeah.
So, favorite arancino or an unusual arancino feeling? David's got a good one. You go first.
Cinghiale ragu.
Cinghiale. Crazy. David is crazy about anything to do with cinghiale. It is good, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen an arancino. Would be buono. I'm thinking something more like a combination of pistachio, so pistachios, some kind of tomato sauce with that, and mozzarella, and maybe a little bit of prosciutto with that. So a bit of a mixture, like slightly vegetarian, but with a little touch of prosciutto, which I love. Buono.
I would love to see cime di rapa or broccoli rabe inside a rice ball because I just love cime di rapa.
Right, we've got to question number 5 now.
Yep.
What is your favorite and least favorite Sicilian food?
Well, this was really hard because all of it's favorite.
Yeah.
All of it.
It's really hard. Arancino for me.
Me, anything with pistachio, but if we're not talking sort of a, pistachio dish, it has to be the caponata in Sicily.
Well, especially in Cefalo, we had great caponata. It was...
Caponata would have to be, but anything pistachio.
Yeah.
Anything pistachio.
If we're talking sweets, of course, it's got to be cannoli.
Cannoli, top of the list.
Yeah.
Granny the second.
Yeah, that's right. There's too many to choose for in Sicily.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it. What do we hate? Oh, geez, what do we like?
Yeah.
I'm Sicilian. I don't think I can say what I don't like. I like everything.
Yeah, that's right.
Admittedly, we're not keen on the offal,
the intestine, all those sort of things, but never tried them.
But I never liked it as a child either.
Never really,
Yeah, I never liked it as a child.
I've had tripe, but no, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just...
Probably steer away from those, mostly.
Then we have the most, the best food, and for you it's?
Linguine tutti di mare.
Frutti di mare.
Frutti di mare, tutti frutti di mare.
Just. And for me it's Parmigiana melanzane. And the least tasteful for me is acciuga.
And for me, ravioli.
Yeah.
The favorite food, I must say without doubt, we used to call it al pastor forno. That my mom used to make, but the Floridian way, because if you go to Solarino or Syracuse, they make a different way. They probably call it a different name, but the way my mom used to make.
Of course. You can't beat mum's cooking.
I don't know. Maybe memory, the old times, but.
Happy times.
Happy times, yes.
Definitely. And your least, so that's your favorite, and your least favorite?
Well, to be honest, the least, I used to hate acipa in the old days, as a tribe.
Yeah.
But saying that now, I like it. When we cook at home here, and it's.
Depends how you cook it.
Yeah, it depends how you cook it anyway.
That's true.
But now I like it. But in the old days, I used to literally hate.
That's great. Well, regarding my favourite, you can't beat the white mulberries that if you are in Sicily around May or end of May, delicious white mulberries. I share with a younger that I can't forget the taste of. The least favourite, or that I would never eat anyway, would be horse meat. Sorry, I draw the line there. I'm sorry, I can't do that. For me, it's a no-no. I love my animals, but I can't eat them. Sorry.
Favorite and least favorite Sicilian food. Mine's granita. I love granita. I gotta have that 3 meals a day.
Absolutely. I mean, that's...
With brioche, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, delicious. That's a whole meal right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I could eat that any time of day as well. I just wish it was always warm enough here for us to have it. I like the, what's it called? The caponata. Right. It was served to us the first time as an appetizer. I'm probably butchering it. But that was one of the best things that I have ever had. That was delicious.
Is that an Ortesia?
That was an Ortesia, yes.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yep, that was delicious. And coming from the United States of America, probably the worst thing on the menu, in my opinion, would be the horse.
Well,
and also being a vegetarian.
And I'm not a fan of octopus either, for some reason.
So, but, you know, to each their own.
Absolutely.
For me, my least favourite is tripa. It's just, if I was hungry, I would eat it, because I'm not fussy and I eat everything. If I was hungry, you know, I would eat it. But it's definitely my least favourite. Just the smell, like when my mum, growing up, my mum used to cook it, used to just stink the house out and smell, and just the look of it. And my most favourite is just everything else.
Least favourite food for me, it's something that my mum would cook, right? And my dad never really would eat it, but for me it had to be the sheep's brain and heart. Oh, my favourite food. Okay, it's something that it's so simple, but yet for me, I loved it. Because I lived the lifestyle of 100 miles, actually I still do. But in my younger years, I grew up in a shop, so my mum would cook food which was quite quick for me, my dad and my brother, yeah? Mm-hmm. Well, because we were working in the shop, and the deliveries to restaurants and things, so it was kind of cooked at different times of the day. Right, I'm blabbering on a bit. Right, so it's called ditale, which is like, imagine, say, like a penne, but it's all like sliced up into smaller little rings. It's called ditale. In a simple, rustic sauce. That's it. Nice and simple, and just with a tiny bit of Parmigiano on the top.
Just simple.
It was just so simple, but yet
sounds delicious.
It's the most.
Making me hungry.
It's my favourite food.
Okay, the first thing I've had it, alright, so my favourite thing I've ever had in Sicily was actually, I sat on the beach at San Vito Capo and had the most amazing grilled octopus. It was beautiful. It was done over charcoal and just with lemon, but it was the softest, finest, most delicious, beautiful thing I've ever had, like the whole time I was there, really. And least favorite, well, I didn't actually even, well, I guess I think I put it on my tongue and then went, but it was, I can't remember the name in Siciliano, but it was an offal sandwich, and it's very famous in the streets of Palermo. It was like a little kind of, you know, hole in the wall type shop where they make these amazing sandwiches. But, and I was with a friend and they were eating it because they're used to it. And I just couldn't stomach the offal sandwich. So I'd say that's probably my least favourite. David, who hasn't been to Sicily yet, but has eaten Sicilian food.
Oh, I've eaten the cannoli.
Yes, so your favourite would have to be which flavour?
The rich, dark cioccolato.
Cioccolato, I like so a chocolate cannoli. And you don't have a least favourite yet, really, have you?
Not a least favourite food, no.
Not yet.
But, yeah.
We're yet to discover that for him. But he eats most things, but I don't think he would go the offal sandwich either.
In the next week, I'll come back to you.
Come back to you with that next time.
And I would say my favorite food, maybe the favorite one that comes to mind would be scacciata. And my least favorite would probably have to be any of the Oregon street meats. I can't get my head around the texture.
Okay, last question. Question number 6. If or when you return to Sicily, what would be the first thing you would like to see or do when you come back?
Well, we put our bags down and we run out straight away.
We go out exploring, see the surroundings, see where we are,
First thing we do,
Yeah.
straight out the door and just
Yeah.
go straight up and down the alleyways, the cobblestone streets.
Yeah.
Listen to all that vibe, the noise of the people,
Yeah.
the smell of the food,
Yeah. The bells.
the bells, the architecture.
Even sirens going past.
Yeah, love it.
It's like,
We
you
don't-
know you're in Italy when you hear the
Yes.
sirens.
So for us, it's just get out of our Airbnb or our apartment, whatever, and straight out and explore.
Yep.
Straight in. Michael will look for the first bar to have a coffee.
Coffee, yes.
First
Definitely.
thing he'll do.
Yeah, Italian coffee, Sicilian coffee.
Yeah, if we're at but probably really for me it would be, because we sort of get a lot of places near the sea.
Yes.
It would be the sea for me, because I love the smell of the ocean and the sea, and I would head straight to the Esplanade, straight to the ocean, to the beach.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that was it.
That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Okay. Bye.
Ciao.
Thank you, Massi. Thank you, Mia.
Ciao, ciao. See you soon.
Ciao, ciao. Yeah, ci vediamo.
Pantalica.
The natural
The
reserve.
national park.
Yes, the natural park. And you saw it in one of Mia and Massi's videos, I think.
Yes, it looks wonderful.
But we didn't manage to visit it the last times. Actually, the last 4 times we were there. And for me, it would be to go back to Filippo and Rita, who have Agriturismo San Cataldo, and taste again their latte fresco di capra and the ricotta di pecora. So that's all from us. I hope many more viewers will join your channel, and have a good day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
The first thing that we will see coming from the statale 114 124.
114. Yes. You
Yeah,
forgot?
here, well, memory would be the site of the mount on the right side, which is we used to
Colamunde.
we used to watch it every day. Living in Quartiere Stazione, we're straight in front of us.
Yeah.
So the first thing you will see in the morning would be the sights of the mountain. And then I would like for a stroll in the piazza. Remember the old times when we used to go up and down for no reason at all. Maybe you have nothing to do, just walking up and down the piazza.
Well, it's dolce far niente. You know.
There you go.
But you're happy doing it.
Yeah.
And you'll do it again.
Oh yeah.
You're good?
Yeah. Why not?
Why not? If and when you guys return to Italy, what I'll do first, the obvious would be go and see family. That's the first thing I would love to see. But apart from that, I would love to go to my old stomping ground. In summer, we used to go to the beach at Fontane Bianche and have loads of fun there. And that's will be my first stop before I court, and a lovely stroll in Ortigia, like of course
Matteotti, Corsamberto, Ivellini.
Well, Ivellini, yeah, if Ivellini could talk when we used to work school, we used to hide there. So yeah, that will be my first stop, either the beach, Fontane Bianche and Ortigia, have a nice granita, nice passeggiata, Corso Matteotti near the Duomo, and have a spend, my lazy days there. So that's about it. These are the 6 questions, and I hope you guys have learned something from our experience. And I wish Mia and Massi the best with their channel, and good on you guys. You're doing
top job.
Top job. And hope to see you guys soon, okay? Ciao, baci.
Ciao.
Eat. Always eat. Hopefully next time we go to Sicily, we will be going for the long haul. So we're looking to try and register as residents. Anything that we need to do to secure our residency wherever we land.
Yeah. So I guess that's it, yeah. Residency and food.
Yeah, I mean, that's the important one.
Residency and food, absolutely. So yeah, those are our answers to your questions, and we feel honored to be a part of this endeavor. So thank you very much for including us, and we hope to talk to you guys soon.
Happy Sicily Sunday. Bye.
Bye.
For me, I like to see the sea, feel the warmth of the sun on my skin, the gentle breeze for the sea. From the sea, it just creates unforgettable moments. And yeah, the sea and dedicating time to family and friends, I feel that it can be a vital anchor.
Yeah, definitely.
Keeping us,
I think for me,
grounded. Personally,
I like to reach out to some of my family members that are in Sicily and just to let them know that I've landed and we're all safe. Because the older generation, my aunties,
they worry, don't they?
They worry a little bit. And even when we had that earthquake last time we were there, I must have had about 28 missed calls from my auntie, just worried about if everything was okay. And I just like to put their mind at ease. That's the first thing I like to do. And the second, I'd like to just reach out to some of our friends and family there, just to let them know that we're here and more than happy to meet up and while we're there. So yeah, that's probably the first things I like to do.
Yes, because we're not that social when we're here, are we?
Not in the UK. We're that busy here.
Go to work and come home really, and do the children's activities. So it's so lovely for us to spend those moments with friends and family when we're in Sicily, because we just don't do that here. Whether we should make time to do it more,
it needs to be reciprocated from others. Don't get me wrong.
Exactly, it's a two-way street.
You know, you could go out all out, but sometimes it doesn't come back. So
yeah.
But I think the other part for me on that last question would be, the first thing I do when I get to Arbolai is I drive directly to
the sea, don't we?
Yeah. I will stop next to the sea and I just take in
and
that
we
sea.
never get sick of it. We're always in awe of it.
Love it.
And it's like we take this deep breath in.
Yeah. I feel at home the minute I see that sea.
And release.
Yeah.
And that's it then.
Yeah. Thank you.
So thanks for asking us these questions.
Yeah, Mia and Massi. Thank you for reaching out
lots
to
of love
some of
and
these
gratitude
questions.
to
And
you.
We really appreciate it a lot. And
Can't
that
wait
one
to see you
question's
again
made me
as
a little
well.
bit emotional, a
Yeah.
little bit. But
We'll get an espresso now, don't worry. We'll get you hyped up on espresso. Oh, yeah. But it's a lovely day, though, isn't it?
It is beautiful here today. So we're waiting for some friends to turn up.
Yeah.
And we'll spend some time with our friends and some family time as well.
Yeah.
So take care, all of you. And
see you
soon, okay? Take care.
Bye-bye.
So the last question, I'm returning. As I said, David is his first time. But tomorrow, when we do arrive in Sicily, the first thing we're doing is actually meeting a new friend for the first time. So she's actually a business partner of mine who I've never met in person, only via phone calls and WhatsApps and things. Yeah, so that will be exciting in itself. She's from Palermo, so true Siciliana, and can't wait to meet her. And then she's taking us straight to our destination, which is Tusa on the north coast of Sicily, Sicilia. And we're going to be staying in Castel di Tusa, which has a blue flag beach. So we're hoping, crossing our fingers for really lovely weather.
First thing we look at?
I think the first thing we check out is Castel di Tusa and the blue flag beach for sure. And then so much to go from there.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
And to me, Sicily is my oyster, so... Like the world is your oyster, the Sicily is my oyster.
We're looking forward to opening
looking forward
it up
to seeing
and
everything.
Yeah, can't wait, darling. Okay, well, that's it. Ciao, amici.
Ciao.
See you soon.
See ya.
Ciao, ciao.
And then the first thing that I would do when returning to Sicily is what I did last time, which is find a beach and jump in the sea.
Okay, we'd just like to say thank you to all our lovely friends and followers that did this little interview for us.
And to you people that have just connected to our channel.
Yeah, they were wonderful. So we want to thank Casa Mia Salentina. Look at their channel. They are such amazing couple. They are now moving down to Sicily. Super exciting. They have a house in Puglia. and their journey begins in a couple of weeks.
And Mia and Karina, very grateful to meet you guys. You guys
Beautiful.
are lovely, beautiful people, obviously.
Interesting.
We enjoy mixing with beautiful people, interesting people. Thank you guys, you collaborated very well.
And we will come and visit you in Sweden.
We're coming to Sweden.
To that country, beautiful lake house that you have. We might even do a little swap, thinking about this. Not sure about this year.
Well, we're going to arrange
the wedding,
that.
but
we are going to arrange
we are thinking about you. Okay, and then we have Elisabetta and Pip from Australia that we randomly met because they recognized my grandson, and we are actually related in some way, which is absolutely amazing. And we'll be seeing you in October, I think. You guys are coming over.
Okay, this is a big shout out and thank you to Shane and Carrie. Yeah, we met you guys as well.
Beautiful
we love
people.
meeting our subscribers. You guys are amongst all those beautiful people that we meet every now and then, which is great. Yeah,
and they bought us a beautiful bunch of goodies.
Oh yeah, we had
earrings, spices, you name
American
it.
products.
We had such an amazing time.
I must be honest, the chocolates they didn't last very long.
They didn't last very long.
Yeah,
in 2 evenings they were gone. Thank you guys for that.
Guys, nice one.
And then what about Angela and Lillo?
See, Angela
we love them. They are amazing.
Great people. You guys are amazing. I'm not sure if we'll be able to visit you when we come to England this year for the wedding. It would be lovely, but
they're coming back in August, so
we're not going to meet them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, if we do come to England, we'll come to visit you.
We'll see you.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys.
We could talk and talk forever, and they can talk and talk forever, can't they?
Absolutely.
We love them so much. Ciao, ragazzi.
Okay, then Tales from Tuscany.
Tales of Tuscany, Marisa and David.
Yeah, you guys are wow. You guys
lovely
are flowing
people.
great through your channel. We enjoy
Doing
watching
very well.
your stuff, your products.
Follow their channel too.
Your houses and what have you. Yeah, thanks for answering those questions we asked to.
Yeah, and we can't wait to meet you. We know that at the moment you're in Sicily, and we can't meet you because we're super busy, but we hope you have a wonderful time. Don't forget to follow their channel as well, Tales of Tuscany. And we forgot that Lillo and Angela also have a channel.
Yes,
and their channel is called The Sicilian Dream. So have a look at their channel too, guys.
We've put a link on one of our descriptions, I think in the second last video.
Yes. Yeah. And lastly,
Richie.
Amazing guy. We met in Ortigia. He reached out to us, and Rich is such a wonderful guy who is so traditional and is looking back at all the old traditional cooking and healthy way of living, as he explained in his introduction.
I will add, Rich, I can't wait to see you actually realizing your dream and coming back to or living in
Sicily. Absolutely. And he's got an Instagram account, and he's also got a little YouTube account. So have a look at that. We'll add everything in the description because it's a lot to say about everybody.
So
okay.
Go to the description, and the rest that we don't put here will be on
the description at the bottom. Thanks, guys.
Thank you,
Hope
everyone.
you enjoyed it. Ciao.
Love you. Ciao, ciao.
Alla prossima.
Ciao, ciao.